And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to helping you win in any marketplace. Consumer Quarterback Show. We are endeavoring to engage, enlighten, and we're going to help you win no matter what you are facing.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Now, we want you to save our hotline number in your phone because at some point you're going to need it. 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
We love it when the hotline blings. 813-670-7372. Bookmark our website as well, consumerqb.com, consumerqb.com, and platinummvprealty.com for our real estate company, our premier sponsor, platinummvprealty.com. It's Intelligent Talk Radio. I've got some intelligent folks here in studio with me today. We're going to make our introductions in studio. Andrew Machota, founder of Newtown Connections. Welcome in, sir.
Thank you, sir, for having me.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for coming in.
You got it.
What are we going to talk about today?
Talk about networking, meeting people, how to form genuine friendships today.
I like that. Good stuff. Newtown Connections. More from Andrew coming up, as well as Thomas King in the house, back in studio.
Hey,
CEO,
Brandon. Glad to be here.
Florida Firearms Academy.
That's me.
Yes, sir. Good stuff, man. What are we going to talk about today?
Today we're going to go over some reasons why this mass shootings and things aren't getting any reason to stop. And I'm going to give some reasons why they're not, the way that they're presenting these, and the reason what we can do to actually stop it today.
Good. Yeah, some tips about that around the conceal. We're going to talk about some events coming up over at Florida Firearms Academy as well. And we have our feel-good story of the week. We've got American Airlines employee saves 2 teenage girls from human trafficking plot. And we also have our Name That Tune coming up. We got top 100 greatest rock songs ever here on the Consumer Quarterback Show in our Name That Tune segment. And we're going to have a little fun. Let's give a shout-out first to Mary Maids, our official cleaning partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Mary Maids, satisfaction guaranteed. Welcome to your clean home. Mary Maids, relax, it's done. And they are right here in Tampa. They've got a beautiful card they leave behind, let you know which rooms they give extra attention to. And reach out to Mary Maids, relax, it's done. They do a great job cleaning our real estate properties, and we would love to hear what they are doing for you. All right, here in studio, Brandon Rhymes, Consumer Quarterback Show, owner of Platinum MVP Realty, top listing agent here in Tampa Bay. Got a hot listing on the beach over at Mandalay Avenue, 1024 Mandalay Avenue. This property is just reduced, and it is picking up some steam here. We're going to get an offer on it soon. So reach out if you're interested. This is a beautiful 2-bedroom, 2-bath property, 1,800 square feet floor plan, and it's located on the north side of Clearwater Beach. And you literally walk across the street, and you are in the beautiful beaches of North Clearwater Beach. All right. So let's, every week we start off with a little bit of an audible. We're going to help you call that audible here today. So we're going to help you here with, we're talking about this week, this latest feature where we're doing is top 10 rags to riches success stories of all time, according to men'ssxp.com. So we talked about Henry Ford, Walt Disney, Ralph Lauren, and today we're talking about Steve Jobs. He's the founder of Apple, and he's now a household name. Jobs was given away for adoption by his biological parents, and he became interested in electronics after his foster dad showed him the joys of technical tinkering in their garage. He had to drop out of college because his education was costing his parents, foster parents, a lot. He used to return Coke bottles for money and live on free meals at the Hare Krishna Temple. A hippie who used to trip on LSD, Jobs went on from a technician in Atari to becoming the CEO of Apple Incorporated. So there's a rags to riches story. He's overcoming those difficulties in life. I think letting go of the past is one of the key things you can do, and spending your time focusing on the future, focusing on what you can actually change in the present moment and going forward. What Wilfredo Pareto talked about as the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule, as is popularly coined. So there's your 2-minute drill, and we're going to help you win in any marketplace. That's the goal of our show, helping you avoid commission-based advice, helping you think a layer deeper when it comes to the nonsense out there in the mainstream media. And real excited to talk with Andrew here, Andrew Machota. He's the founder of Newtown Connections, and when we look at networking, there's a lot of reasons why. Not only just friendships and social, but business side of it. Creating a lot of relationships that could last for years and years to come.
Exactly. So, I moved here 7 years ago. I'm from Indiana. And when I first moved here, I started my company because it's hard to, when you move here, it's hard to meet people.
Right.
And the whole thing is, not everyone likes to network. Not everyone needs to network, but we all want to have friends. So that's kind of what I started is, when you're new in town or just looking to meet new people, you come to my events. So that's what I do for real life. And, the whole point of networking is, like I said, it's about building real friendships where I can count on people, have intellectual conversations, and not just talk about what do you do for work.
Right. Yeah, because a lot of the the networking groups that you've been to in the past, a lot of them are pretty lame-o. You walk in and somebody's throwing you a card, wanting to talk about me. All I do. Here's what I do. I can do this. I can. And they fail to mention. The number one thing is most people want to know more about themselves, and finding out what the other person has to offer, having an intellectual conversation, like you said.
Yeah. No, exactly. It's the whole point of reciprocity in that it's not what I can do for you, or it's not what you can do for me, it's what I can do for you. So whenever people add me on LinkedIn, I tell people, hey, if you're networking, LinkedIn is a great resource. I'm on it all the time, finding new leads all the time on LinkedIn. So with that, first thing it says, hey, great to meet you on LinkedIn. What can I do for you?
Right.
And that puts the ball back in their court, and they say, oh, well, maybe Andrew's a great guy. I can actually help them out with something they're trying to get a lead to. So like you said, it's not just about work, what I can do. It's more of, again, helping people be successful in whatever they want to be.
Yeah, it's true. And the law of, when you think about the law of attraction, the law of gravity, a lot of these laws, they are laws for a reason. It's actually, what will happen. And, when you prove it, the scientific method is proven. So the law of reciprocity, I like that one. That's one that I've done, focused on in my life as well with the radio show, with, just little things that we do, taking people to lunch, at Brio Tuscan Grill, our restaurant partner, these types of strategies. And it's not with the intent to get something back. It's just, hey, let me just do it first, and it may not come. Here's what I found in business too: it may not come directly from that person, and it may not come immediately. It may come years later. It may become a friend of a friend. There's so many ways that this law of attraction and the law of reciprocity works.
No, you hit the nail on the head in that. Whenever I'm out networking, I meet people that they think it's just one connection. That I met Brandon today, I met you today as well. That it's what can you do for me? But it's not what that. It's more of it's your network who I don't know. Mm-hmm. And then through that, it's those 3 second, third, fourth layer levels of networking.
That's right.
That I keep asking. I'm like, hey, Brandon, I need some help. Do you know someone in this industry?
Right. And
that's the whole point. Referral-based networking is I'm always asking for people for referrals, whether it's for work or for friends. Like, hey, can you help me out?
Yep.
I always phrase it that way. Can you help me? Not say, hey, Brandon, can you give me a few referrals? Because that's very businessy, and that doesn't really go anywhere. Yeah,
it's all about the power language, too, the linguistics behind it, how you phrase it, how it's tempered. And we also hear this phrase as well, my net worth is my network. My network is my net worth. Both rules are kind of interchangeable there when you look at that. So it really is true. And you look at that. By the way, if you just joined us, I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. We're talking with Andrew Machota. He's the founder of New Town Connections here in Tampa Bay. Let's talk about some current events. What's coming up?
So for us, Newtown Connections, I run events every single week here across Tampa Bay, whether it's a social hour, we're doing some speaking events. So tonight, actually, I'm running an event over at Foundation Coffee in Tampa Heights with my friend Lauren Chamberlain. She's owner of Pure Bar. So she runs Pure Bar between Clearwater, Tampa, and St. Pete. And tonight we're just talking, I'm bringing her out. She's another millennial CEO, 30-something. And we're talking about what it takes to be a millennial entrepreneur today and how has she been successful. She has 2 kids. She's married, runs 3 fitness gyms here in Tampa Bay. So that's tonight, 5:30 to 7:30 in Tampa Heights. And then tomorrow we're checking out the new Booyah Gastro Bar, which is right across from Green Lemon in South Tampa from 7:30 to 10 p.m.
Nice. So
we get all the fun stuff. Huh?
Got a lot of stuff going on, doesn't it?
Yeah, so
busy.
Basically, I get paid to have fun and meet people. But what I really do, again, I enjoy what I do because it helps build a community here. That, again, Tampa Bay is full of transits that come here from wherever.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And it's very hard, whether you're 20, 30, 40, 50, doesn't matter how old you are. If you move here, it's generally hard to meet people because we're all addicted to being on our phones. And I try to get people out of their comfort zone of come to my events, meet some people. We'll help you introduce, make some introductions.
Yeah. Old-fashioned way.
Yeah, I come from Farmtown, Indiana. I grew up in a town of 500 people. And I knew my neighbors. I knew everyone in my school. That was how I was raised. And I'm trying to bring that mentality to here in Tampa Bay that this is a big city, but still really a small town here.
It really needs
It really
to.
is, especially in a lot of the circles, the real estate mortgage space. I see a lot of the same people at different events, and it really is a big city, small town. I mean, the way you phrase it, the way you look at it, and I think it's a mentality. Growing up in a small town myself, small town called LaBelle, east of Fort Myers. I just remember driving by and you just waved at people as you went by because you knew them, and of course there weren't many secrets when it came to high school shenanigans and this and that.
Right.
But I think that's pretty cool when you look at it. That's what's neat about the ability to network and to be in business and to work with people and to centralize a theme around a business strategy, and you meet people out, and you're going to be able to see what kind of connections come not only from that meeting but ultimately down the line.
Yeah, and exactly. I'm a big believer in positive energy, and that you surround yourself with other positive people who are doing great things, like you guys here in the studio today. That you surround yourself with other business owners, entrepreneurs, movers and shakers.
That's right.
And that's going to inspire me to say, you know what, I'm hanging around Brandon and everyone else here that you're doing something, I should do something too.
Yeah.
And then to me, that's what I'm doing in Newtown, is that the more and more people who come out, we're helping elevate everyone here. I'm like, not everyone wants to start a business, but you can be an entrepreneur and do something at your work and, maybe do some process improvements and just be successful. So I'm trying to help build everyone up here to, follow their dreams. Whatever it is, go out and do it today and stop being just going through the motions.
That's right. Yeah. Pay it forward. Positivity is going to reflect. It's going to, culminate in your life. It's going to grow. You're going to see so many positive effects just from the mentality. I was reading a book the other day, just talked about just having that smile on your face. It tells the rest of your body, hey, this is what we're projecting. This is what we're attracting. The posture that you stand with, good posture, a lot of these different strategies. So when we come back, I want to talk to you. We went to a Tony Robbins event. I bumped into you over there. I want to talk to you about that. And also our event. We're doing a joint networking event coming up Thursday, March 8th over at Cox Media Group. We're going to do a little radio station tour, networking, and have a lot of fun. So we'll talk about that on the other side of the break. As well as coming up, our Name That Tune. We have 100 greatest rock songs ever, and we have our feel-good story of the week. So American Airlines employees saved 2 teenage girls from human trafficking plots. Stay with us here. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to consumerqb.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP Realty, and a top listing agent here in Tampa Bay. We're looking for inventory right now. If you're a seller out there, someone thinking about selling, we would love to talk to you. We'll offer you a free comparable market analysis on your property. All you have to do is text the word value to our hotline, 813-670-7372. If you want to know the value of your property, text value and your address to 813-670-7372. That's our consumer advocate hotline. Anything that you need, we want to help you. We want to connect you with one of our 80-plus show partners. We've got CPAs, financial advisors, attorneys, home services, medical, health, all types of different folks involved with the show that we vetted, that we bring on the air to be that consumer advocate to help you live a better life. So consumerqb.com, you can see links to all of our expert contributors there at consumerqb.com. Also looking for a bilingual Spanish real estate agent right now. We got a lot of leads coming in, and unfortunately I don't have anybody on our team that's reliable to give them to or that speaks that language. So bilingual real estate agents, reach out right now. We want to talk to you. And we've got a hot property in St. Petersburg. This is the Northeast section, 215 12th Avenue Northeast, 215 12th Avenue Northeast. This is the beautiful area, highly desirable Old Northeast section of St. Pete. Now, this is a $1.4 million listing from Platinum MVP Realty, and this is almost completed. This is a SIPS panel housing that's under construction, almost done, and you have the opportunity to come in and pick the colors of the cabinetry, the tile, the flooring. However you want to set this thing up, you can set it up. And we just got to hear from you, PlatinumMVPRealty.com. And you can also submit a form. All right, we're back here in studio. We're going to help you win. We got Chef Will Wagner as well. He's a healthy meal delivery service. And Chef Will Wagner, he's my chef, and we want him to be your chef too. Chef Will and his team will conveniently deliver organic meals to your home or office. And we're talking paleo, ketogenic, vegan, gluten-free, and kids menus available as well. Chef Will Wagner, he's my chef, and he can be your family's chef too. All right, back here in studio, we've got Andrew Machota, founder of Newtown Connections, Thomas King, CEO of Florida Firearms Academy here in Tampa as well. And Thomas has some events coming up. We're going to talk about those. I wanted to go back to Andrew and talk about the Tony Robbins event. Yeah. We chatted a little bit in the lobby there. What did you take away from that?
So that was my first Tony Robbins event. It was an awesome event. Like I said, met a lot of great people there doing great things around the state of Florida and beyond. And the thing I walked away from there is burning your fears. So at Tony Robbins, that event, we got to walk on fire. Yeah. That was pretty cool. That was my first time I got to do that, and I didn't burn my feet.
That was awesome, right?
Yeah. So that whole thing was, what are you afraid of? And even when I run my business today, it's a lot of people are afraid to walk through that front door and just to get out of their comfort zone. So going to Tony Robbins, that was a little bit outside of my own comfort zone, walking on fire, meeting a lot of great people. And that was the biggest takeaway was, what are you afraid of? And stop being afraid. And
were you nervous? Were you scared before you went over the fire?
I was sweating, yeah.
Yeah.
That was, I
remember my first time. I was, wow, I'm really going to do this, and you're getting pumped up, and it gets you in state, right?
You have to get in a state of mind,
The state that you're in, it's like, wow, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, and it was crazy. You walk through fire. Then one of my friends, she walked through and she burned her feet.
Oh yeah.
So and she went right after me. So I was it was a bit different, but definitely worth doing. And I encourage other people and my friends to go too. And
UPW, Unleash the Power Within, TonyRobbins.com. You can see all of his events. I've been to his business mastery course. That was in Namale, Fiji. Very cool experience, very different type of experience, more focused on business and strategy. And one of the greatest business speakers of all time was there too, Chet Holmes. Oh, yeah. He wrote The Ultimate Sales Machine. Great guy. And unfortunately, he passed just a couple years ago. But okay, so we have our event coming up on Thursday, March 8th, Cox Media Group. We're going to be having a networking combined party here. So we're going to have some of our...
Networking, social.
Great. Yeah, social, food and drinks, beer and wine. We're going to have some catered food there, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So you're going to invite your folks, I'm going to invite my folks, and we'll have it...
We'll have a grand old party there on March 8th in St. Pete.
Yeah, a little radio tour, check out the studio. So, so more from Andrew coming up as well. Let's shift gears. Let's talk with Thomas King now, CEO Florida Firearms Academy, located right here in Tampa Bay, right on Oldsmar, kind of that Oldsmar area by the racetrack road, by the racetrack there. And you got some really cool events coming up. You got bowling pin shooting match coming up on February 23rd, 7:30 p.m. to 8:30.
Who doesn't like bowling pin shooting?
That's pretty cool.
And we teach you how to do it. It's for beginners, so.
That's awesome. So you literally set up bowling pins?
We set up bowling pins, and you have two people next to each other, and they shoot them down, and whoever gets them down the first wins, and they move on to the next round. Or, a couple eliminations, and you get a trophy at the end. So we teach you how to do it. It's a lot of fun. It's $20, I think, to do it.
I'm going to have to get in on that one.
Yeah,
that sounds like fun.
Where can I sign up?
Exactly. Florida Firearms Academy.
Yeah, Florida Firearms Academy. So then we got kids-free safety shooting class Sunday, February 25th.
Yep.
9 a.m.
Always booked up. Every time I put it up, it's completely booked. But you know what? If you own a firearm, if you're a parent, it's up to you to get your son in or daughter in on this, and you sit on it, because we're going to talk about laws. We're going to teach these kids how to be safe around a firearm, and actually they're going to be able to shoot it, and it's all going to be free. Ammo, targets, range, fees, RO, everything's all free.
And that's one thing I was thinking about the other day. I was kind of, there's some bullying going on at these kids' schools, people that I see and know, friends of friends.
Right.
And, I think about it, they make the little pink pepper sprays now. Mace, pepper spray, whatever it is. And I was thinking, would I be legally, would it be okay for me to give that to my daughter?
Well, you know what? There's pepper spray classes. You need to know a lot, believe it or not, to use pepper spray.
Right.
There's actually an expiration on these things. You need to know how far you can stand and shoot it. You need to know where you can shoot it, how far it streams out.
Yep.
And which direction do you shoot it in? You want to get this area. Don't ever use it at an animal, because it'll actually kill them. You only spray it on a line on the ground if there's a dog chasing after you. They won't pass that line because it'll kill them. So
they can
don't
smell
spray
that.
it. Oh, they breathe in through their mouth and everything, so it actually kills them. So there's a lot to know about.
You also kind of put your hand up to block so it doesn't bounce back, right?
It's shoot and run, baby.
Yeah.
Shoot this way and go the other way. But I would definitely get her in a class, and we teach things like that at Florida Firearms Academy as well.
Yeah, especially in this world we live in, we talk about it, Thomas, on the show. We had the school shooting. We've had, incidents after incidents. You hear, and you have the inside knowledge as well. You're talking to a lot of the deputies, the sheriff, the policemen, the military people coming in. You're kind of getting that scoop of what we don't actually even hear about on the news.
Well, I talk to people, and I want people to know this. So I have a list of reasons here today why these aren't taking place. Why aren't we stopping these shootings? And one of the reasons is so many people are fighting the wrong fight here. Banning any firearms in this case is not really going to do anything.
Right.
And that's the problem here. We need to all work together on how do we really stop this and stop it today. But if you actually take firearms away from law-abiding citizens, then bad guys are still going to have these firearms. All you did was make it easier for this bad guy, because now you took it away from all of us.
Right.
So you can look at, there's been so many mass shootings out there. It was even before I was born. We all remember the 1929 St. Valentine's Day shooting. There's all these shootings that happened. And look at all these presidents. We had Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, George Bush, Bill Clinton, and then you had W. Bush, then you had Obama, and now you have Trump in there. If fighting this fight that's been on the table for so long, why hasn't any of these presidents done anything about it? Well, they're not going to ban the fire. I mean, that's our Constitution. That's what our country is made of. They're not going to. They know, the presidents know that if we're going to ban all firearms, they just hurt all the law-abiding citizens, because bad guys aren't going to pay attention to the laws. They don't really care about any of this.
So what is the conversation we need to have then? Is it mental health? Is it the screening? I like the idea of the screening at the
is
schools.
Good. There's a lot we can actually do. I'm going to go over that in a second. But right now, I mean, if you really want to look at countries or places that are gun-free zones, that they don't have firearms, they're not allowed to have that, go to Honduras. I mean, one of the top murder capitals. Go to Venezuela. Can't have a firearm there. It's the number one top murder capital of the world.
Wow.
All these places that you cannot have a firearm, that's where you're going to have the biggest problem.
Yeah.
Like Chicago, it's very hard to have a firearm over there, but I guarantee you this, there is more murders over there every day than probably in 20 different states around here.
You hear about those a lot.
Well, you don't hear about all of them, because most of them they try not to put on the news, but we could have better, safer laws for this. We really could. If we sat down and we went over, there's just some really good things you could do. But just enforcing the laws that we actually have now, there was so much red tape on this kid. This should have been stopped. I mean, this should have been stopped before it got to the front door in any case. But that's really hard for any like the FBI or to go out there to spend all this money. They're thinking, oh, this kid's just a punk kid, and you know what? They had to spend a lot of money to go research this. Well, they could have just made the phone calls and actually talked to a couple people and said, okay, yeah, we really do have to go investigate this now. And I think it would have been that easy. Or even, they had this guy, they almost Baker acted him. I don't know if you all seen how many red flags that went off on this, but it actually scared me.
Well, Governor Scott's pissed off right now.
Yeah, it's not a good thing. I mean, this really could have been prevented very easily.
Yeah.
One of the other things is we as our society, we're creating evil people. Mm-hmm. And this kid may have been created by us. I mean, it could have been that his parents didn't watch him, just checked over his social media or, taught him respect and honor. We have kids every day bullying kids. We have people on the internet that don't even give a second thought about, I just bashed him on the internet. So
yeah, exactly.
There's a lot more in there.
They're so tough behind a keyboard a lot of times, especially you see it in business too, sometimes.
They're tough behind that keyboard. But
that's right. Yeah. Face to face, people have a totally different conversation,
right.
All right, so stay with us here. More from Thomas King, Andrew Machota as well. We have our Name That Tune coming up. All songs from our list today are from the top 100 greatest rock songs ever. And we also have our Feel Good Story of the Week. American Airlines employees saved 2 teenage girls from human trafficking plot. Stay with us here, the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, this is Jarek Robbins. You are listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show with Brandon Rhymes. Please do what it takes to learn all that you have to live the life you want to live it fully, and find a way to give it by paying it forward to others.
Get in touch with Brandon online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, the Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP Realty, giving a shout out to Brio Tuscan Grill, our official restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Is Brio Tuscan Grill at the International Plaza. Signature drinks, cozy atmosphere, very friendly waitstaff, and they're bringing you the pleasures of a Tuscan country villa to Tampa. So we invite you to check them out. Now, our partners at Brio Tuscan Grill International Mall have something new to offer our fans and consumers, fans of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Now, if you mention the Consumer Quarterback Show during your visit, you will get one of Brio's signature appetizers free just for following the show. So we've got the tomato and mozzarella caprese. You've got the roast garlic, spinach, and artichoke dip. You got the spicy shrimp and eggplant, one of my favorites. Beef carpaccio, calamari, and so all this great stuff. You got the pizzas as well. So all you have to do is mention the Real Estate Quarterback Show, the Consumer Quarterback Show, while you're in Brio Tuscan Grill, and you're going to get hooked up with a free appetizer. All right, back in studio, Andrew Machota, founder of Newtown Connections, Thomas King, CEO of Florida Firearms Academy, and we're talking here. We're talking about concealed weapons permits. We're talking about the school shootings that continue to happen, and you're in the middle of one of your lists there.
Right. Well, I have two more things that's actually holding us back from really stopping us, and one, we're dividing ourselves into these things, these groups that we believe are the right or correct thing. Whether I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a leftist, I'm not a rightist. I'm only a guy that wants to protect his family.
That's right.
And do good things for other people. And you know what? We do tons of good things. And I actually had this crazy lady mail sent to me about all this really bad thing. And she said, we don't need more armed citizens. We need love and support. You know, we do need more love, support, and all that. But you know what? I'm going to arm myself to protect my family. I mean,
just
there's nothing
in case,
that,
right?
You know, there may be that guy. The other thing is, we need to really respect our police, period. I mean, they go through so much stuff. And, you know, not only that, they get people put these videos on them and try to hack it up on the internet and make them look horrible or make them look bad. And then I mean, these guys get paid nothing to do what? To protect our lives. I mean, if there's a shooting or something going on, they're going to actually be there no matter what, to show up to stop somebody from trying to kill your kids or yourself. We need to stop these bad videos, and you couldn't pay me enough to be an officer. These people don't just do it for the money. They do it because their family's been involved in generations and generations. But so how do we stop this today? Stop mass shootings in schools today. I say you got to have one entrance in the school, right? I mean, it only makes sense. In your house, you try to have one entrance. You know, everything else is locked up, everything like that. And I bet you by the end of the day, today, I could have 1,000 people, retired police or retired veterans. I would say I would gladly step up to protect our country and our kids with no pay. I would do it today. I would do it myself. We don't need these giant metal detectors like we have at the airports. And we could use wands. It could be very inexpensive. It could be someone in there today or tomorrow, you know, just as long as they had the correct training. Because if you stop it all at the door, it's not going to happen inside the school. Now, that's the school and the school alone. Yes, there are malls. Yes, there are other places like that. You know what? Well, that's where concealed weapon carry and training comes in. People, I guarantee you this, even if you don't like firearms, if someone's shooting at you, you're going to run into the guy that has a firearm that's going to try to save your life. I guarantee you that. You're not going to not run away. I mean, I'm there. If some bad guy's there, I will protect your life. No matter who you are. I don't even know who you are. But I'm going to stop this bad guy from trying to hurt somebody.
That's right. Thomas King here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. He's the CEO of Florida Firearms Academy. And, so you think about, you know, the double standard that some people have. They say they want love, they want this. Yeah, we all do. But there's also the other side
when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, they're going to run to the guy that has that firearm. Let me ask you this. Wouldn't you think, I personally think, for God's sakes, let us train or help these teachers train them how to protect themselves instead of telling them go run and hide and wait till the bad guy comes out and jump out and try to stop a bullet from someone else like that. You know, that's just horrible. Let us give them a taser or something, or mace, or let us train them.
Yep.
A couple firearms would be amazing, but as long as you stop the threat at the door with a couple armed guards,
that's right.
It's not going to happen.
Sure.
So still, wouldn't you agree that the teachers, they're actually sitting ducks? You're telling a teacher, hey, go in the snake pit naked in the dark and wait and hope that everything turns out all right.
Yeah.
There's
and back
no
to the
way I
wands,
would do
the idea of having wands at the front door, that's going to eliminate it right away. I mean, most of the kids are going to be, nervous about the wand at the door.
If you
They're not
had
going
a
to try to
firearm,
go in.
you can't go in.
Right.
It's just no way you're gonna get caught. Just like at every government building, it's stopped right there at
That's
the
right.
door. Just like at every school, that's how it has to be. I'm asking and pleading everyone today to write or call their congressman and tell them we demand our protection in the school, and it doesn't have to cost any money.
That's right.
With this easy,
very little
plan,
cost.
It could work for all of us.
Yeah, very little cost there. And Thomas King Florida Firearms Academy's got some events coming up. We got the bowling pin shooting on match on Friday the 23rd. You got kids safety shooting class on Sunday the 25th. El Presidente shooting match Sunday the 25th. And you got FFA's big shooting tournaments will be starting up in March as well. So some good fun stuff coming up there to be safe. And let's bring Andrew back into the conversation as well, founder of Newtown Connections. So when you think about the business strategies and what we were talking about earlier, and just the overall landscape right now, I think there's so much optimism in the United States, Tampa Bay. Trump's rolled out his tax plan. People are seeing more money in their paychecks. We're just very optimistic about things happening around right now.
No, I mean, I love living here. I love what I do, and this whole gun safety issue to me, whether it's mental health or whatever, we talked about during the break that it's a lot of white men.
Yeah.
And to me, again, what I do with Newtown is I try to help people make friends. Because my whole thing is if everyone has friends, then I think a lot of these issues go away where
that's right.
I don't feel like I'm not a lone wolf. Mm-hmm. I'm not by myself. I'm not isolated. And again, that's why I try to get people to come out of, get away from your phones, get away from technology, get off the TV. Right. Just come out, because again, it's 2018. If you think 20 years ago, before all this technology, I had to call you on a landline phone. There weren't cell phones, or very few.
Yep.
I couldn't text you, and I'm trying to go back to that era of talking to people in real life and having a real engaging conversation.
That's right.
Because then, if you have friends that we're going to talk every day, we're going to text, we're going to meet up for coffee, drinks, whatever, and that's the foundation of why I love living in Tampa Bay. Because to me, whenever I'm out and about, people are friendly to me. I meet people. It's rare that I run into someone who's not nice to me. Right. And that's one of the reasons why I love living here. And that's why I try to help, again, build a community here of like-minded people at these events I go to or run.
That's right. Newtown Connections. Find them on Facebook as well. You'll see links on consumerqb.com, our website. And I think it's back to the energy. It's more about the energy you have. It's about the perception and the thoughts that you're carrying around on a daily basis, and how you present yourself when you're going about your daily, grind. If you're working, whether you're playing, whatever you're doing, you're going to look somebody in the eye, and they're either going to smile, they're going to look away. So I think that's a key point.
Yeah. And like we talked about earlier, that you're a magnet for whatever energy you put out. So like I said, that's why I'm here today. I met Brandon. We're a bunch of positive guys. Yep. That's why I'm here today. I met him through a friend of a friend, and he said, "Why don't you come on my show?" I said, "Sure. Why not?"
Yeah.
If I was Mr. Negative, I wouldn't be here today, because it just doesn't work. Right. And even all the events I run with Newtown, it is like-minded people who are there to make friends, and you can be yourself. Again, be genuine, be yourself. And again, I'm not trying to be fake. I am who I am. Yeah. I'm proud of where I'm from, and again, here in Tampa Bay, like I said, there's so much excitement with all these entrepreneurs doing great stuff. And like I said, the housing market here is on fire, I'm sure, with what you do with work. Yeah. And it's an exciting time to be here in Tampa Bay in Florida, I'll tell you that.
It truly is, man. There's so many good things happening, the real estate market, the economy in general. And, it kind of reminds me what we're talking about there when you think about you're doing public speaking now. You're going out and doing public speaking. I'm a published author. I've written a couple books. And, coming outside of your comfort zone, getting out there and, experiencing life and putting down the guard, letting your guard down in some cases.
Well, and my whole story is that I used to be, I'm technically still a CPA.
Yeah,
so I went from being an auditor working at some of the big four accounting firms to running a social club.
Yeah.
And that's when I go out speaking to people, I was like, look at me. I was in accounting for 10 plus years, and I left that far outside my comfort zone to start this social club.
Yeah.
Because I believe in this problem that exists today, that it's really hard to make friends. And, what they said, whether you're new in town or not, where do you go to make friends?
That's right.
And I always ask people on the usual response is they shrug their shoulders, go, I don't know. Like, where do you really go to make friends?
Absolutely, it's a great point. Yeah. And then you look at the dating side. You look at the dating side, and I think that's why a lot of these websites are so popular. My fiance and I were getting married next month, and we met on one of the dating sites. So you think about, it's a smarter way to do things. You look at, do you want to go up to random, who I bump into at the bar, or one of those
Publix,
scenarios, or Publix, and that's a challenge. And to walk up to someone, to approach a girl or someone from the opposite sex, or at a Publix, that takes something special too.
And I always joke that if we were sitting here at a bar and I came up to you and say, "Hey, Brandon, I'm new in town. Would you like to be my friend?"
Right.
I could be dressed like this, and it's
Creepo.
creep. You're like, who says? I mean, it's very genuine. But you're like, "Don't talk to me. You're weird." And I could be dressed like this, normal guy.
Right.
I say, "Hey, I don't know anyone. Would you like to be my friend?"
Right.
It's so awkward. No one can do it because you're like, it puts them off. So, and even with the dating stuff, if I approach a girl at a bar. Same way. I'm like, hey, can I buy you a drink? And then she's already thinking that I have something else in my mind, whether I do or don't. She doesn't know. So it's just very hard to meet people today, and that's why I try to take away that awkwardness.
I like that. And you do with Newtown Connections, you have all types of different socials and events, and give us a sample of some of the things you've done in the past.
Yeah, so every month we run about 8 events: happy hours, volunteering, brunches, lightning game, you name it, we do it. And it's not just show up at a bar. I'd rather do other stuff than just drink. So we have plenty of other stuff out there.
And we've got a co-social coming up Thursday, March 8th, Cox Media Group, 6 to 9 p.m. Going to be a lot of fun as well. All right, stay with us here, Consumer Quarterback Show. When we come back, more from our expert contributors, and we also have our Name That Tune, and our Feel-Good Story of the Week. American Airlines employees saved 2 teenage girls from human trafficking plot. Stay with us here, Consumer Quarterback Show. We'll see you after this short break.
This is Work Done, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show, hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP Realty. I'm a top listing agent here in Tampa Bay. I've been featured in Florida Realtor Magazine multiple times, Top Agent Magazine, the Tampa Bay Business Journal. And I got a hot listing here I want to let you know about here in Tampa. It's 15648 North Himes Avenue in Tampa. And it's a beautiful property, 5 bedrooms, 4 bath, over 4,300 square foot heated. And it's $485,000 just listed. Gorgeous property. And it has a cul-de-sac and in the heart of Carrollwood, a beautiful property here, compliments of Platinum MVP Realty, PlatinumMVPRealty.com, and a beautiful opportunity in Largo as well. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath property, 8737 Bardmore Place, unit number 103, and it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo, $195,000, over 1,000 square feet, corner unit, and it's a ground floor unit in beautiful Largo. Great place to live, work, and play. All right, we're back here in studio helping you win in any marketplace. Andrew Machota, founder of Newtown Connections. Thomas King, he's the CEO of Florida Firearms Academy, in the house. And let's have a little fun. We got our Name That Tune coming up here.
Ladies and gentlemen, name that tune.
All right, so all the songs from today's list are from PlanetRocks.com's top 100 greatest songs ever, and I'll let you know where it hits on the list here as well. All right, you guys ready?
Mm-hmm,
so whenever you know the song, just blurt it out. Let us know. Here we go. Number 1.
Stairway to Heaven. Yeah.
That's right. Stairway to Heaven. Number 1.
Number 1.
Number 1, 1971.
Wow.
Yeah.
He made some.
So you got that Stairway, and then you got a different Stairway.
Highway to Hell.
AC/DC, that's right.
It's my favorite song, man.
Oh,
Yeah. Number 19.
What,
19.
that was number 1?
The first one was, yeah, Stairway to Heaven.
And then what's number is that one?
This was number 19. 1979.
Oh.
Is it Deep Purple?
Yeah.
Smoke on the Water?
You got it.
There you go.
Number 4.
Showing some age.
1972. That's it. That's right.
Wow.
All right, this one's 1980.
The Ace of Spades.
Ace of Spades.
By that guy that sings it.
The guy that sings it, yeah. Motorhead. 1980. All right, here's the next one.
Pink Floyd. Comfortably Numb.
Right.
Comfortably Numb.
Comfortably Numb.
Number 5.
Love that song.
Number 5.
Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody.
He's winning the Mercedes.
Would you guess it's number 2 on the list?
Wow.
Number 2.
Yeah, I would guess that. Because it was so awkward.
That's funny. It is an awkward song, isn't it? That is funny. There's our Name That Tune. Have a little fun with you there. And we also want to go against the negative mainstream media, provide some positive content for you here.
Please.
And we're going to have something in our Tell Me Something Good, some positivity injection for you.
Tell me something good.
All right, so the American Airlines employee saves 2 teenage girls from human trafficking plot. So it says one of its quick-thinking employees helped thwart an alleged human traffickers' plan to lure 2 teenage girls into New York. The 2 girls, ages 15 and 17, claimed a man had bought them tickets to New York to model and in dance music videos. The employee, Denise Miracle, became concerned when the 2 girls approached the ticket counter in Sacramento International Airport. The girls had no identification and were traveling alone with just 2 small bags and 2 first-class tickets. Miracle became particularly alarmed because the girls had one-way tickets. Between the 2 of them, they had a bunch of small bags. It seemed as if they were running away from home. They kept looking at each other in a way that seemed fearful and anxious. I had a gut feeling that something wasn't right. So she refused to let the girls board and alerted the police. The authorities say they met the Instagram guy named Dre, who had offered the tickets $2,000 to fly them to New York to model. So, yeah, so they ended up busting the guy, and it looks like they in the opinion it was going to happen. They were going back to New York and become victims of sex trafficking. Sanderson praised the miracle for her actions and said that she possibly saved their lives. And the time for the feds found Dre on Instagram, it was too late. All right, feel good story.
There you go.
I like it.
Spotted the plot there. All right, now we're going to jump into our lightning round.
The lightning round!
I am so good at lightning rounds!
I majored in lightning rounds.
All right, so top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom. Andrew, you're up first.
So, just first things first, you got to have the positivity, the energy, wherever you go. Like you said it too, smile on your face, go out with confidence, walk the walk and talk the talk, and don't be afraid to try things, anything outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
That's my takeaway today is get outside your routine, break those routines like we did Tony Robbins, break your routines.
Yes.
And get outside your comfort zone, please.
Yeah. Think about this one. When's the last time you did something for the first time? You know, skydiving or whatever. That's not, I don't want to do that one, but you know, that's the idea. Do something for the first time.
Adventure.
Stretch yourself, right?
Yes.
Get out there and do something different. All right, Thomas King, Florida Firearms.
I just want to say, if we need to stop these school shootings and stop them very, very soon, let's just all come together and really do what really counts. That's really going to stop these shootings. And I would hope everyone can call today, their congressman, and please demand protection in the schools today. And I also want to add, Andrew, I love what you do, man. I think that's really cool.
Really cool.
And it makes you want to try new things. And I love trying new things. I think everyone should get out there and try that with you, too.
I appreciate that.
And I got a tip for you here, too. Thomas Edison said, thinking is the hardest of all disciplines. So what you want to do is develop the discipline of clear thinking. So think about it as a bucket of water that's got silt, it's got dirt in it, it's all shaken up, right? And it's cloudy, you can't see through it. But the longer you let that sit, that sediment is going to settle to the bottom. Your mind works the same way. The longer you think about something, you think it through. We're so busy today on iPhones and Facebook, and we're bombarded with this sensory input. So what you want to do is think on paper. The rule is think on paper. Write out all the details, the pros, the cons, the costs, the assets involved, especially when it comes to time, money, or relationships. You want to utilize what Thomas Edison said is thinking is the hardest of all disciplines. And fast decisions are usually wrong decisions. If you're rushed into a decision, and this one happens with my daughter a lot, it's I said, listen, here the answer, if you need an answer, if you let me think about it, the answer may be yes, but if you need an answer right now, the answer is no. So if someone's pressuring you into a decision, tell them that. And all right, let's do another round here. Top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom. Andrew.
So if you're ever out at networking, don't ask first question, what do you do?
Right.
So I'm like, if you guys are ever out networking, try to come up with a different question. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yes.
Just don't ask, what do you do? It comes off very cold, and it's not going to be a good conversation opener. So don't ask that question.
Yeah, great point. And there was another book I was listening to, an audiobook, and he said, always have something when you know that somebody's going to ask you what you do.
Yeah.
So have something interesting to say back.
Yes.
You come up.
Yeah, do your homework. Have some conversation starters that fit you, because
right.
I'm different than you, and I'm different than you as well. That I can talk about tennis, and you can talk about whatever else, but we're all different.
Right.
Just be prepared when you go into an event.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that. Thomas King.
I enjoy being different. I would say if you're out there and you're having a hard time and struggling with people or having any kind of anxieties or anything, there's a lot of people you can contact. Contact your friends, talk to them, open up to your family. There's numbers out there you can call for suicide hotlines. You don't need to take your vent out on anyone else out there. We can all help you. I'm sure at any place they'll take you in and listen to your story and get you the help and correct help that you actually need.
Yeah, absolutely. And be alert too. I think as citizens we need to be alert. The more that we find out about the FBI knew this, they didn't look into that, they should have done that. We hear that a lot, and it's something where as citizens, if we just can dial that non-emergency line, say, hey, here's something I think I saw, at least they can check into it.
Report and tell. And
That's right.
It may help the guy. You may just save a lot of lives, and not only that, their life too. So
yeah.
Report it, please.
Because a lot of times it's just he's calling for help. This shooter down in Broward County, same thing. He was on social media, showing him cutting himself on social media.
I saw this video the other day. This guy went to a police station with a big knife, and the cop sat down and talked him out and said, "Please give me the knife." The guy finally gave him the knife, and the cop did something amazing. He went over and he hugged this dude, and the guy hugged him back.
Right.
This guy went through this really hard time, lost his job, all this stuff, and now the cop even gave him some water, and there was no actual charges filed against this guy.
Yeah.
But they wanted to get him some help. So that's all. It could have went really wrong. But
it could have.
Just hug a person.
That's right.
That's great advice.
Random act of kindness. We talk about on the show. We always end the show with, please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Something as simple as packing up some leftover food, some clothing that you may have, carrying it with you to and from your commute, and handing it to that person that you see in need on the side of the road. There's a lot of opportunities to get involved. Feeding the homeless people. That's something I've done with my daughter, especially when she was younger. Man, it just puts things into perspective. It puts things into perspective for you as well. And we want to give a thank you to Kipton's, the Hotels and More on St. Pete Beach. It's our hotel partner down in St. Pete Beach. We'd urge you to reach out to them and check out the Castile restaurant on site. It's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You got a rooftop lounge as well. Kipton's, the Hotels and More is our official hotel partner. Now, if you call them up, let them know the real estate quarterback sent you, you're going to get hooked up with a 20% discount, some bottles in the room. They're going to give you the VIP service there. So reach out to Kipton's Hotels and More on beautiful St. Pete Beach. I want to thank Andrew Machota, founder of Newtown Connections, for coming in. Thomas King as well, Florida Firearms Academy. And I want to thank you for listening, tuning in. Follow us on Facebook, Brandon Rhymes PA, Instagram at Brandon Rhymes 1, Twitter at Brandon Rhymes 1 as well. We have our Consumer Quarterback Show pages as well out there. So we'll see you next time. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show, weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.